All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. All right, guys. So we are gonna do a collective message.
Like, especially when it comes to this type of function.
A collective message. Definitely a big collective message. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna get on TikTok.
Consistency.
What up, y'all? So we're on YouTube, TikTok. Where else we at? I think we're on some place. I don't know where you guys got me on, but collective, sit down, because Spirit is airing people out tonight. I feel it. I feel it. It's coming through heavy. It's coming through heavy. So I'm gonna ask the channel. I'm going to ask my angels and ancestors to channel through me, please, with clear and concise answers, and ask them to protect us and guide us to the right energy of channels. Thank you. So, Spirit's airing people out tonight. What up, Juanita? What up, girlie? Spirit's airing people out. No, for real. Like somebody thought they had more time with you, and somebody thought they could keep up. And let's see. Let me look at the I did a pre-shuffle already. You guys know I come prepared. 11. Let's see. Somebody thought they could keep up. They could keep up. Somebody thought they could play in your face. Somebody thought they could keep juggling, keep breadcrumbing, keep disappearing. All right. But you're sitting in the space of head over heart, right? This person could be a fire sign, air sign. Doesn't really matter what sign, right? But this person thought they could keep lying, keep entertaining outside energy, right? And still have unlimited access to your energy, all right? But that door is closing, collective. That door is closing right now, all right? Why? Some of them went back to an X, still got the X in the picture, right? But they're watching you grow. They're watching you grow from the sidelines. This person's keeping an eye on you, right? This person hasn't stopped watching you for ever since this person's knew of you, about you, right? This is somebody who gave you mixed signals, right? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, sometimes they don't even know, right? So this is somebody lazy. They don't work. They don't know how to work. They don't know how to do anything, right? This person basically was a leech, a vampire, right? Very low vibrational, right? Keep disappearing. Keep entertaining other people, keep gossiping, right? But that's not how things work, and this person's finding out the hard way, right? They're finding out the hard way, right? Somebody thought they had extra time with you. They thought that you'd be around for the games, the bullshit, the drama, And unfortunately, this person's finding out that that's how things work, right? That's how things work, right? The door's closing. You know what's really funny is what I'm seeing? Well, I'm not seeing it. I am seeing it, am I? Yeah, time. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. They thought they had more time. And spirits, listen, let me tell you something. Spirit is laying down the law right now, right? They did. They thought they had more time, right? Juggling you with this one, juggling you with that one, playing in your face, breadcrumbing you, right? Lying to you, lying to your face, lying. I mean, this person. Let me tell you something. This is somebody who thought they could have access no matter what they did, how long. What up, Christy? What up, Christian? What up, girly, guy, girl, whatever you don't matter. And they kept juggling, right? And they thought that the access they had to you would be just granted indefinitely, right? No matter what they did, they thought they could just get away with it because you'd be sitting there waiting for them, right? This is somebody who entertained low vibrational energies, people, crowds, right? It's like they had, this is not somebody who could just fit into anywhere. They would try to fit into everywhere, right? They needed you to keep up with them, right? The whole time you were leveling up, right? The whole time you were leveling up. The entire time you were leveling up, right? Now they're watching you glow, right? They're watching you glow from a distance. They're trying to figure out, how did you get there? How did the collective get there? Right? How is the collective happier without me? Right? Right? They sick. They are, because some of you guys stopped chasing closure, period. Right? You stopped explaining yourself. You stopped overextending. You stopped trying to save people who like being dysfunctional. Right? You just completely stopped. Right? And the second you emotionally detached, their whole reality started malfunctioning. It was like a glitch in the matrix. Because this person relied on your blessings. They relied on your abundance to keep their games going. Right? They relied on your abundance to keep their games going. Let me get some messages here, right? It's like now they want to apologize. It's too late. Right? It's too late. Now they want to apologize. That's how it works. I mean, they could apologize to themselves for wasting their time. That's funny. The whole reality's glitching right now. Right? Let's pull it. I mean, I'm channeling it. I don't need to pull it, but let's do it. I channel it. The card shows it. So, right, this is somebody who was moving too slow. Right? And they had the Ten of Cups with you. They had the Ten of Cups. They had their opportunities with you. But what this person chose was illusions, right? They wanted to search for their own purpose through you, right? Knowing you put in the hard work, knowing you were productive, knowing you had a routine, knowing you were efficient, responsible, hardworking, right? They sat there wishful thinking, and they would throw their illusions in your face. They would create smoke and mirrors to keep you confused, right? They were moving head over heart, right? You were disciplined, you were truthful, you were honest, right? But this person thought they had time. They thought they had time, right? This is somebody who's operating on a very low vibrational playing field, right? Very low vibrational, right? Like, this is somebody who wore masks, right? It's like they always had a story. They always had something going on, right? They would keep lying, keep disappearing, keep entertaining outside people. It's like, and they still thought they could have access to your light, right? And that's not how the world works. You don't just get access to somebody's light without doing the work, right? It's my first Diet Coke in 10 years. But anyways, what up, TikTok? What up, TikTok? What up, TikTok? Right? And this person's losing bad. They're losing really bad. And the funny thing is like I said, they're watching you from the side. They're watching you glow up right now. They're watching you win. They're watching you get to the bag, right? They're sitting there from a distance trying to figure out how is this person happy without me? They're sick tonight. Like I said, you guys stopped chasing closure. You stopped over-explaining yourself. You stopped moving to the beat of their drum. And once you started moving to your own alignment, that's when your abundance came in. Right? Right? This is somebody who you confided in, right? You shared your intimacy with this person, right? And this person took you for a fool, right? They played you for a fool, took you as a joke, right? But let me tell you something. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I need a tune. Channel through me, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Channel through me. Channel through me and use me as your vessel to channel the divine messages of love and light. Please channel the messages through me. Thank you. But yeah, so we got the Two of Pentacles face down here. Okay? So that's somebody who can't keep their life, their fire organized anymore. This is somebody that's juggling too many people, too many stories, too many masks, too many fake personalities, like too many fake everything. Now spirit got them dizzy. Right? Because let's be honest, some of these people weren't confused, they were greedy. Right? There's a difference. Right? They wanted your loyalty while entertaining low vibrational creatures, I call them. Creatures. Right? On the side. And they wanted your healing energy, but they were given the bare minimum. Right? They wanted your body, your attention. They wanted your emotional labor. They wanted your touch, your prayers. They wanted your softness, your forgiveness, your patience, but treated you like an option. Let me tell you something. Spirits whooping ass. They were spirits whooping somebody's ass big time. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. This person wanted your healing energy, but they wanted to give nothing in return. They gave nothing in return. No, there's nothing to hope for, beautiful. It's happening. I promise it's happening. It's happening on a collective scale. We're in the age of Aquarius. Their ass is getting whooped. And that's a fact. Spirit wants you to keep expanding, right? Keep making your spiritual world richer. Read more, think more, be exposed to new things. Because this person, leave them out. They're meant to stay out in the dust. They're not meant to go where you're going. Because this person is a vampire to your blessings, right? They're a leech, a blood-sucking leech. And like I said, some of them weren't confused. They were greedy. Straight up greed. Right? They wanted your love. They wanted your presence. Right? But they wanted to also entertain low vibrational parasites. Right? Coochie smelling, dick smelling, nasty ass parasites. Right? But they gave the bare minimum. Right? That's you. That's you. Right? Right? This person's watching you withdraw now. This person's lonely. Now they feel left out. Right? Now they feel left out. Right? You guys, you've moved on. A lot of you met somebody already, but you're just keeping it quiet. Right? A lot of you have met somebody. This is somebody who gambles, drugs, drinks, parties. Okay? That was their prerogative. Right? But you had to be laid up at home waiting for them to come through. Right? Don't question me, I'll question you. Right? Don't question me, I'll question you. Don't tell me where I'm at, I'll tell you where you're at. Queen of Swords is here. Excuse me, King of Swords. Right? The King of Swords doesn't negotiate with clowns. Whoever's watching, stop texting me while I'm live. I don't like that. Right? They don't negotiate with clowns. Right? They don't. They don't. Male or female, right? That's the energy. That's the energy. That's the energy when you finally look around and say, wait. Why am I proving my worth to people who secretly envy me? Why am I proving my worth to people who are trash? Boom. That's the tea tonight. No, they didn't break you, baby. They broke themselves. They broke themselves. Nobody could break you but you, right? You don't give your power out. Stop handing your power out, right? Nobody could break you. The only person who could break you is you. Remember that. The only person who could break you is you. That's how it is, right? So why am I proving my worth to someone who doesn't even have a quarter of what I even possess? A quarter of the atom running through my brain. This person don't got. Thank you, Aurelie, my beautiful Aurelie. Shout out to Aurelie, right? Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, Sandra, right? Some of these people never disliked you. They just disliked how naturally powerful you were. They disliked how people gravitated toward you. They didn't like that magnet you carry, right? But they don't realize you earned your place. You earned that spot. You earned your spot on stage, right? You earned your spot to sit in front of a crowd. You earned your spot to sit in front of the light. Right? They didn't like when people gravitate toward you. They disliked that you could walk into a room and shift the atmosphere. You shift everybody, masks off. Right? They didn't like how you could survive things that would have destroyed them completely. You guys survived things that this person couldn't handle not a little bit of. Right? Not anything. And some of you guys got people watching your page every day. They're watching your page. Every single day, pretending they moved on, pretending they're good, posted, but they're watching you every second. I know it. I'm going to tell you it. I'll prove it. I will. They know your posting schedule. They know your posting schedule. All right, this is somebody who could have been on the down low. Man, woman, don't matter. Messing around with the same sex, talking about, oh, I don't like gay people. I don't fuck with gay people. I go to church. Bullshit. The church people is the most dangerous people. Church, mosque, whatever religion you is, that the most dangerous people is the people who hide behind religion. That's because they're hiding behind their shadow. And that's just a fact. Right? Just a fact. This could have been somebody younger than you. You might have been dealing with a water sign, air sign. Okay? This is somebody who kept lying. Lie. Lie after lie. And again, like I said, this person didn't like how the way people would just move toward you. The way people just naturally would stand in front of you and just be in awe of your magnetism. They hated it. Thank you, my love. Thank you, beautiful. Right? Right? Aurelie? Right? They didn't like how people got your attention. Right? They wanted your prayer, your love. They wanted your peace. They wanted your forgiveness. They wanted your patience. But when it was time for them to go out and do what they had to do, they didn't give a fuck about you. They didn't. Right? And like I said, this Queen and King of Swords, they don't negotiate with clowns. You don't never negotiate with a clown. This person was playing a game that you never even were playing. How do you play a game I'm not even a part of? Right? Right? You don't do that. You don't do that. Yeah, this person lived out of their shadow, right? They were restricted and attached sexually. They were constantly tempted sexually, and that was their destructive behavior. Why? Because this person is empty inside. They're a shell of a human, right? By now, who knows if they're human? They're just a parasite that's using their body as a host, right? They were operating under the devil. Right? So you woke up, you said, why? Look at this. This person is somebody who would lay down with anybody. They'll lay down with anybody, man, woman, anything that got a hole in it, they're laying down with it. If it gets hard, it gets right. Yep, and you know it. You know it. Your higher self told you it. Your higher self told you this. You know about that, right? This is somebody that just sleep with anything. Why? Because they're empty inside. They operate out of fear. I just took the rubber band off of this. They operate out of fear, right? And again, this person could not stand how people just gravitated towards you, moved toward you. The way people love you, the way people care about you, the way people want to give to you, pour into you. This person couldn't tolerate. Their soul couldn't just understand it on a physiological level. At all. But I'm telling you guys got people watching your page every single day. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Right? Yes, you do. Okay? You guys are here. I see you guys you're starting new projects. You guys are using your willpower to overcome. There's a huge shift happening, yo. There's a huge shift. A lot of you feel slowed down, but Spirit's saying, don't think the slowdown is you being delayed or backed up. This slowdown means you're right at the edge of your victory. Two of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. And this is coming in fast, right? This person knows when you're online. They know when your energy shifts. They know when you're glowing. They know when you're talking to somebody new, right? Why? Because they're obsessed. It's not even that they're in love with you. They're obsessed with you. There's a difference. And the crazy part is, the same people that acted like you were too much is the same people that watch you, right? Same people that watch you. Because somebody here was dealing with a person who got addicted to that temporary validation, right? Ace of Wands, Devil coming out together. You can't make it up. You really can't make it up. Again, this is somebody who, this is it, right? Drinking, gambling, drugging, smoking, whatever. They did it. They was in there. If it was there, they was doing it, right? They know when your energy shifts because they could feel it. They could feel it in the ethers, right? So, because I'm telling you, this person was addicted to the temporary highs, right? Anything shiny distracted them, right? Anything with a little fake money, a fake little shiny object, they're out, right? It's a distraction. Anything with a little attention distracted them. It did, right? This person had a beautiful woman at home, man at home, who had the best coochie, best whatever, and they still were not happy because this was somebody greedy. Greed. And let me tell you, greed will be this person's downfall. I promise you that. You will watch this person collapse one day, okay? Because all that matters is money for them, right? It's all about getting the next bag. And let me tell you something. There's a huge income gap between you and this person, right? Like one of you make more than the other. One of you is stable, one of you is not, right? But this person grew up with the fear of scarcity, right? They're always afraid of losing, afraid of not having, there's just constant fear. And that's the energy they operate from, right? Now they're realizing half the people they chose over you were counterfeit. Counterfeit love, counterfeit loyalty, counterfeit friendships, right? Counterfeit success. Wearing designer with no stability. Rocking Gucci, but sleeping on the floor. That's you, cross watcher. That's you. You watching. You're watching. Right? Because you're hitting rock bottom right now. Right? You shall reap what you sow. Right? Flexing money with no peace. You can't do that. Because you have to understand the universal law operates under the law of truth. We're in the age of Aquarius. There's no hiding nothing. Smiling online, crying in the bathroom. And meanwhile, you're over here becoming the where is it at? The King of Pentacles, right? Queen of Cups, water energy. You could be a water sign. They could be a water sign. They could be Taurus, Gemini, right? You're moving differently. You're moving quietly, right? You're becoming stable. You're becoming protected. See, it's not even revenge energy anymore. It's not. This is you can't sit at my table energy. You can't. And they know it, and you know it. They don't got room to sit at your table. They don't. And that hurts them worse because anger, that's how they operate. Anger is what dictates them, right? Anger is what moves them, right? This is somebody who wanted to be in an open relationship, right? But some of them too afraid to say it, right? They knew that to respond to that, they knew how to respond to your anger. But to your silence is making people confront themselves really bad right now. Your silence is making people look in the mirror, and that they don't like what they see. They don't. They don't like what they see. In fact, they hate what they see. Because this person's taking a good look in the mirror right now. And let me tell you something. There's not much to see. There's not much to see. Right? There's not much to see at all. And that hurts them. Right? There's somebody here from your past who, this person wanted to keep this undefined. Right? It's like you share your energy, your time, you even share your intimacy, but no one's naming what this is. They weren't naming what this was. Right? And it made you feel uncertain. So you carried the energy of uncertainty, and they would mirror you, right? But it's because the foundation this person came with was not clear. It wasn't solid. It wasn't solid. And let me tell you something. Somebody from your past is checking up on you indirectly. They're asking about you through mutual people. They're watching you through fake pages. They're trying to see if you're still hurt. And Spirit said, absolutely not, I'm hearing. You're healing. You're rebuilding. You're working hard. You're getting your money together. You're getting your confidence back. Your skin is glowing. Your energy's cleaner. Right? And that is what is haunting this person now. Right? Right now. Right? Because they thought they thought losing them would break you. But instead, what it did is losing them introduced you to you. Right? Let's talk about these haters. Hold up. Because I see a lot of you guys, I feel a lot of you got haters, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the pings. Right? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that evil eye. Keep that evil eye over there. That shit bounced right back at you. Hold up. Some people learn the hard way. They definitely learn the hard way. There's haters because somebody around you, there's somebody who smiles in your face, but they secretly compete with you. This is somebody you talk to right now. And it's somebody you think, I don't think they would. It's that one. It's that one. It's the person that you think, I don't think it's the person that calls you up in the morning. The person that says, hey, babe, I miss you. What are you doing, babe? It's that person, right? They smile at you, but they compete. They watch what you do, what you wear, how you move, right? They copy your mannerisms. They copy your speech. They copy, if you're spiritual, they'll use spiritual language, right? If you wear a certain outfit or clothes, you're trying to match it, right? You know who this person is, right? Right? They copy your confidence. They copy your aesthetic, your the way you move. But one thing they can't copy is your soul. They'll never copy your soul. They can imitate your style, but they can't imitate your frequency. They can't. Nobody can imitate your frequency. You're one of a kind. You know that. This person's getting exposed slowly, right? Spirit wants you to forgive yourself for, and stop beating yourself up for even dealing with this person. You didn't lose nothing. You didn't lose nothing. You found everything by dealing with this person. You found yourself, all right? So you didn't lose nothing, right? You need to release this so that your next person could come in, right? This is somebody who operated out of confusion. Keeping you confused was how they kept things moving, right? Keeping you lost, keeping you not knowing, right? We had, where is it? Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups came out too. So this is somebody who would operate under the idea of keeping you stuck, right? Telling you one thing, doing another, right? The Hierophant's here too. The Hierophant's right here, right? You guys are nourishing. You're working on your self-growth. You're working on yourself, right? Because when the Hierophant jumps in after these cards, the Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, that means divine law is stepping in, has stepped in. So this isn't even your battle anymore. God is now auditing these people out of your life. Because they know what they did to you. They know where they lied, how they lied. They do. They do. They know how they manipulated. They know who they intentionally hurt. They intentionally hurt good people because they don't like themselves. They hate themselves, this person. Facts. Look at that. You seen the cards just fly out? This person hates themselves, right? They don't like themselves. They don't like where they live. They don't like that you got a house and they got an apartment. They don't like that you got a car and they don't like nothing. They just don't like nobody. Why? Because they don't like themselves, right? They don't like themselves, right? And it's eating them alive. This eats them alive, this person, right? It eats them alive that they have to watch you, sit and live in abundance when they're sitting there losing. They know they lied about you, right? And now you don't even need revenge. They're watching you become happier without revenge. That's killing them. Because your success became their punishment. What does Spirit want to say to the collective? What does Spirit want to say to you guys? Are undergoing a huge transformation. You're undergoing a huge transformation, right? So your success is becoming this person's downfall, right? Because if they misunderstood your distance, that's their business. That's not for you to worry about, I'm hearing, right? You're not required to shrink yourself to fit in someone else's container to make sure someone else is comfortable. That's not your job. And some of y'all got new love coming in too, I see. Some of you guys got new love coming in. Yes, you do. This person's going through an emotional storm. This person's fucked up. They're fucked up over you. They act like you guys are divinely protected. Listen, the attacks they throw at you, the magic they throw at you, it bounces right off you. Bounces right off your shoulders. Some of you were subject to that. Some of you I was laying at home, depressed, lost, confused. That was them, right? You're protected, right? You're moving toward peace, balance, happiness, and healing. This person can't stand to see you win, right? They can't stand to see you win. Nope. Let's see. See, this is about, see, you operated, you were the ride or die, right? You showed unwavering loyalty to this person, right? The kind that stays through thick, through thin, right? The kind that stays through no matter what happens. You guys stayed through the hard times, the good times, the bad times. You were there for this person, right? You would cherish them. You would defend them fiercely no matter what. But what this person did is stab you in the back, right? And yeah, this connection at one point was charged with desire, with passion, right? But somebody just got lost in the sauce, right? Why? Because they had commitment issues. They had commitment issues because they were afraid to fully commit. Why? Because they didn't find themselves fully, right? So they would control by creating emotional storms. Right? That's how they control. Somebody here's it. Hold up. Yeah, you guys are healing. Look at that. Where is it at? I just seen it. You got transformation. These are the three identical cards, right? Healing. You got help is on the way. Your angels and spirit guides see you. God sees you. You're getting right on track. You're getting back to yourself. Why? Because you've been pouring into you, right? And Spirit is saying, stop shrinking yourself for people who don't fit into your caliber. These people their energy doesn't even match your energy, right? At the time when you met this person, you might have been insecure, still learning, still growing, still battling something, right? But you have real love coming, healthy love, consistent love, right? Not that hot, cold nonsense, that disappear and act, not let me see what else is out there bullshit, right? That's out. That's out. That energy's out, right? Because somebody in here is finally attracting people. Why? Because you did the work. Somebody could be a Virgo. Somebody could be born on the 9th September, Okay? And look what you guys are moving towards. You're moving to the star. So you're attracting people who are emotionally available, financially stable, or at least financially working on doing something with their life with a plan. It's not all about the money. It's about what's your plan, right? And not being, you're attracting somebody who's not intimidated by your power. Hallelujah. Right? Right? Expect the unexpected, right? Because your standards have changed. And once your standards change, you know what happens? Your entire timeline changes. Your entire world changes. That's why the old people can't reach you no more. The old friends, the old acquaintances, the old colleagues, they can't. They look at you, they can see you, but there's like a energetic barrier they can't cross. Because you're not the same anymore. You leveled up. You leveled up emotionally, right? You stopped reacting, right? You stopped reacting. You stepped out of the fear, the anxiety, the subconscious premonitions have left. You stopped begging. You stopped over-explaining. And Spirit said, that's when the doors open. That's when doors open for you, is when you stop begging, chasing, and looking for validation outside of yourself. It's right in here, right? It's right in here. God's right in here. This is where you find God, right? So tonight, let them watch. Let them stalk. Let them whisper. Let them gather in groups and try to understand how you survived everything they threw at you. Because while these people were obsessing over you and your downfall, you were rising. Drop an 11 in the chat if you refuse to go backwards right now on the collective energy. Somebody could be born on the 18th or the 9th. 9 is significant. 6 is significant. Gemini. Right? If there's a question, I'm going to give you a second to answer. You could ask a question to yourself right now. Ask yourself a question. I'll give you the yes or no in a second. Ask yourself a question right now. And the answer is maybe more toward a yes, right? If they get their shit together, right? But that maybe is screaming at me, right? You got to forgive yourself. Forgive this person, right? So you can move on. You're forgiving this person not because you want them back in your life. You're forgiving this person so you can move forward, right? You're stepping into the happiest timeline of your life, guys. You really are. You're moving out of the deceptive, lying ass, loser ass, betraying, deception, people getting away with lies and stories, right? You might have been dealing with an air sign. Again, the number 9 is heavy in here. 28, 8 plus 2 is 9. September, right? It's like, this is somebody who didn't want you to get to the top. Every time they saw you rise, they would put a blockage in front of you. Every time you took a level up, win a level up, they would put a blockage in front of you. Right? Right? Yeah, if you operate with the fear of I'm afraid I won't find someone, I'm afraid I'll get cheated on, that's what you're gonna attract, is that fear. Step out of fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. What is there to be afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing. Everything comes with a risk. Love, work, career. You could always lose, you could always win. You won't know until you do it. So jump in it. That's it. You lose, cool. You win next, right? Your heart gets broke, cool. You learn a lesson, you become stronger, right? Right? This person wanted to keep things undefined because they wanted to play. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much, right? They wanted to keep playing. They wanted to keep playing with you, and you said no. Yes, your ex is talking to new girls, Maya. Absolutely. Why? Because they don't like themselves. They feel empty inside. Thank you, Myla. Right? A lot of you thought this was just, oh, this person's distant because, right? Because they're working on themselves. They're healing. They're looking for a job. They're doing this. They're doing that. That old cycle's dead. The old cycle's dead. Right? But you guys released it. Because you're done carrying people who only loved you when you were struggling. That's when these people loved you, is when you were down. Right? These people were around you because you were doing well. Right? When you were doing well, they were there. Once you started struggling, they backed off. I want nothing to do with that. I'm good. Right? And now, you're stepping into the happiest timeline of your life right now. You're at the edge of it, I'm telling you. Not anymore, exactly. No more excuses, fuck you, right?